It was your first night when we had left off the previous session, and you'd gone for what turned out to be a quiet night. And the following day was your day, September 25th, and you all woke up in the morning, having safely weathered the night, and went about your separate tasks. Reed went exploring and found a small stream about an hour away from the main camp, and marked a path back to it. Oris went hunting and found a turkey, and on his way back he found that same stream but a different spot. Razius and Katrin went out hunting as well. Well, Razius went out hunting, and Katrin snuck along behind him, making the point that he was way sneakier. And,
He was.
I have a turkey. You guys didn't hunt a turkey. You were hunting deer, weren't you?
We attempted a deer, but I think we ended up with a fox.
Right. You attempted to hunt a deer, but it got away, both of you throwing spears at it and it running off into the distance. But then you went back out, well, continued on, and found a fox, and successfully hunted that. And Erasius took it back to camp while Katrin scavenged around, found some more roots and leaves to add to the meal. While waiting back at camp, the party skinned the fox, plucked the turkey, and made 8 more spears for a total of 11. You are now awash in poor quality spears. Katrin returned. Razius cooked a surprisingly delicious meal from the food that had been gathered, and everybody went off to sleep again. Those who hadn't found a stream slowly descending into dehydration as they sipped away at their water skins, and the others doing pretty okay. And did we go through the night's watches? I feel like we did, but I'm not sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And nothing really popped up.
Another uneventful night. I know Katrin and Oris had a very short conversation, but not much came of it, I don't think. And then we were in the next day. Anything else of interest happen that I missed?
I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Nobody saw any of the magic tree or magic flower that we were supposed to get.
No. But in fairness, nobody really explored all that much, and nobody certainly left, like, the 4-hour radius of the area.
We just looked for food, pretty much.
I think there was discussion that you were going to move your camp to the stream, but decided not to do it till the next day. So the day dawns. Are we in night or day? Oh, we're in day. Good. The day dawns. The exiles are free, out in the middle of the woods on the second morning now that they've awoken here. Somewhat full, varying levels of hydration, and with a plan in mind to move to a better location.
Yeah, because I think Reed had found a river, right? So, and that's where we were headed.
Yeah, so I lost track of what I was going to say. Doesn't matter. The morning dawns upon you. What would you like to do?
I'll stretch out, do my morning stretches.
Yeah.
Another day alive in this horrible province.
The traps. Yes. Give me a d6 roll. See how the traps did. Excellent. You've captured 2 small creatures. A squirrel and a marmot.
Oh, so the marmot's quite a bit bigger than the squirrel, I imagine?
Yeah, fair bet. Probably twice as big.
Alright, Reed pockets the squirrel and brings the marmot back to camp.
Very well.
Actually, Reed ponders the both.
Raw
shouldn't.
squirrel.
I don't know a lot about cooking squirrel, but I suspect you probably should.
What's Oris and Katrin up to?
Have we, cooked the fox or the food or anything?
Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Yeah, you cooked and ate it all. Although you do have a fox pelt remaining. And turkey feathers.
It does mean we still have a couple days ration, since we didn't have to eat the rations. Alright, well, we need to move this camp close to the stream as soon as Reed gets back. Set up shelters. Fortunately, the wildlife, so far, has proven no match for us. We need to find time to hunt and to search for these flowers.
It turns out that a deer, an opponent for gladiators, do not become.
Maybe we should go out and search for some flowers, or should we just focus on moving the camp?
I think we should focus on moving the camp.
Yeah, dying of thirst with a handful of their pretty little flowers doesn't help us.
Yes, there's no guards except the Grim Reaper himself.
So do you think we should have Reed just pull down this little makeshift hut he's made and drag that along as a little lean-to, or?
I don't know if it would withstand it. I mean, I suppose it could try.
Isn't he some kind of engineer?
Well, yes.
Should be stable.
Building with branches and leaves, I can't imagine as dirty as cut wood. Some even rough stone. I mean, there's a bit of rough stone at the foundation. You'd have to leave that.
I don't know. It vaguely sounds like an excuse already. Just lazy, really.
It might be worth our time to have some people go off and look for flowers full time and have others dedicate themselves to building a really quality shelter. That way we can get the best rest and be the sharpest that we can be for searching for these flowers.
That's fair. I volunteer personally to brave the wilderness. More of a action-oriented individual and less of a grueling, chore-filled labor guy.
Oh, as am I.
Same here. I'm actually really good at navigating without being seen, it seems like.
That's true. You are sneaky as fuck. I guess that kind of leaves Reed. Now, is it really the kindest thing to just dump all of the menial responsibilities onto the shoulders of one man, broad as they are?
If it's what he's good at. I mean,
it's fine. He seems agreeable.
Look, if I was the one that was good at building things and he was better at hunting, I'd stay behind and build the shelter. If I travel, I pitch a tent or I stay at an inn. Never planned to go camping for a whole year with no tent.
That's fair. Although, should we really be allowing the man who's going to be building most of our stationary things be the guy who's here because a bridge collapsed that he built?
We're all here for a reason.
True, I suppose.
And
I wouldn't let Ketron babysit, though. I'm just saying that, right?
I would, provided we were trapped out in the forest for a year without any supplies.
That would make you a horrible parent for being in that scenario to begin with, wouldn't it? You
Yeah.
need to think about getting out of scenarios ahead of time. That's your problem.
I'll try to keep that in mind. That might have been good advice for me to have a few months ago.
Fair enough. We can't think of everything. We must endeavor to always be better than the man we were the day before.
And
For
we
some
are
of
all...
us, that is incredibly easy, and for others, well, already lofty, lofty goals, but we do what we can. If I could make any recommendations to any one of you, it would just try not to climb so high, you know? Just stay humble. Maybe not as humble as some of you have been, but you know, around that area. Don't climb maybe like triple where you are, right?
It's true, everything does have its place. And if one tries to get too far out of that place, something tends to correct things.
Exactly. Where's Reed?
Where is Reed?
Reed can return.
We need to tell him his job.
Reed staggers back into the campground, the marmot in one hand.
Is that a weasel you caught? Already? Oh,
Somebody took it. Throws it towards the campfire. Throws it down into a big pile. Into a heap on the ground. I need something to eat before we can go on.
Fair enough. Back into my skill set. I should have something delicious cooked up. Although if you've already worked up this mammoth of an appetite this fast, I mean, fair enough. No need to start eating anybody. I'll hold my hand out to Oris.
oh yeah, I pass him the knife.
Very kind. You know, it strikes me that this seems to end up in my possession quite a bit. It just might be more efficient if it stayed that way.
My knife, Razius.
Well, I mean, it was given to you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was lent to me, not to you.
Fair. Of course, if you were to die, I would be the next best candidate.
And if either I or you finds another knife, it's all yours.
Perfect. I'll skin it, and then I'll try and cook it up there, Cody.
Alright, give us a cooking check again. This will be easy.
The game where I roll things that I should be prepared to roll things of. Right. So, let's see, that was my talent, which was innovative cook. How was I rolling that again?
Probably survival cooking, I would think. Or crafting cooking, something like
Survival.
that. Oh yeah, we found there was no cooking skill, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just scrolling back to 7 days ago, it looks like I rolled 3d8. Does that sound right?
An attribute roll then, I guess. Yeah, that works.
What's my target, Cody?
Your target is 2.
Well then,
I mean, you can just automatically cook it, but I thought you might want to cook it very well, so...
I rolled a 6.
6, that's an exceptional success. Another culinary masterpiece. Small amount of marmot.
Wipe the dirt off.
The remains of yesterday's herbs and leaves, you managed to spice up the marmot and cook it well, making it juicy and tender.
So, does anyone want to enlighten Reed on what his duties are now?
You go ahead.
Me?
Of course. Seem like a man with the qualities for leadership.
We decided, since I'm sneaky and Razzie over here is kind of a fighter, that, well, it just seems common sense that we would go out and either find flowers or food while you build the shelter. How do you feel about that?
It's hard for me to think on an empty stomach.
There you are, big man.
If I was building the shelter and I were to run low on food, I don't know. I don't know how it would go.
Oh, we'll always make sure there's food out here.
We devours the entire share of the marmot in one bite. Looks thoughtful for a moment and produces a squirrel from his pocket.
I
Alright, cook
noticed
this too.
that bulge, but I didn't want to mention it. All right, I'll skin the squirrel and cook the squirrel again.
All right.
Is it a 2?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna roll a d10 this time, boys. Let's get a crazy roll. There were supposed to be 2 of those.
You can roll another one.
I will add an extra. Doesn't matter.
Quite as good as the marmot, but still well cooked. Is Reed sharing that one though, or is he just gonna grab it and eat it?
He's just gonna grab it and eat it.
I see.
Yeah, right
Well-
above the shelter. I mean, I need somewhere to sleep. Might as well.
Right, but when we say build
Need
a
food,
shelter,
though.
we mean like multiple of them, right? You know that.
I can promise you multiple beds.
Fair. I'm just saying, if
Multiple
I'm bringing
shelters.
food, I want.
Unlikely.
Can you promise me multiple squirrels?
Well, I mean, after I eat next.
I already have to
109
ask someone else.
starts.
It's not my department.
And look, Reed, if you need to recruit any one of us to be your assistant in making the shelter, the 3 of us, we were sort of in agreement that building a shelter, really good shelter to begin with, would be a good strategy going forward to make sure that we are well rested in search of these flowers and trees. So if you need anyone's assistance,
Reed sort of looks around the group. No, I'll probably be okay.
all right.
I'll get it started anyway, and then maybe when you guys come back with my daily meals, I might grab you once in a while to, hold something for me while I nail it. But after we, find a source of iron and make nails. But yeah, otherwise it would be best if you didn't touch anything I'm working on.
Fair enough. Hey, hypothetical question. If you did have to resort to eating us to live, who would you eat first? Probably not the guy cooking, right?
Probably whoever's closest. I mean, if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to want to go far.
Rassius steps away enough that either Oris or Katrin are closer. That makes sense. A man of practicality. You are a man, right? Not some kind of ogre hybrid.
As far as I know.
Good. We had a big man like you once in the gladiator pits, and they cut a bull's head off, and they stuck it on him, and they called him a minotaur. This might be a career for you when you're done here.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
Right? Usually, oh, that's interesting, or, oh, no, I'd rather not, but... You know what? We'll teach you. It's crazy that we'll have to teach you some social skills out in the wilderness, but we'll get there.
Always thinking of others, aren't we, Razius?
I'm a thinker.
All right, should we get going or what? We're
Let's
burning
go.
daylight here.
Yeah, let's reestablish camp. I hold my hand out for my knife.
Oh, right. Of course. Here you are.
This will probably fetch us something good.
True. If I were to tie that to the end of a stick, I'm probably fetch us probably hunt a boar or something quite large.
All right, here's the deal. Katrin, Razius, if you go to that end of the lean-to, and you come to this end of it, grab it at the bottom and lift, we should be able to bring it with us.
Aren't we going to start on a much better?
Pick up the lean-to.
How far is it?
About an hour.
All right.
Longer when
Just
carrying
so
a
you-
lean-to.
Just so you know, Reed, these muscles they're more show muscles than anything, A lot of people don't know that about gladiators.
As soon as the second side of the lean-to comes up off the ground, it collapses into a huge pile of sticks and bricks.
Nice.
Is he going the right way, like towards the stream?
I imagine.
Yes.
Good.
Then I guess I just walk off in that same direction then.
Same.
Charming companions I have. Great conversationalists. I'll kick a rock and follow them.
Nice. All right.
While we're walking, I'll still talk a little bit. We'll need to decide what the best strategy is for finding flowers. Now,
I
Cody,
think stumbling over them as we walk by them is kind of the norm.
do I know anything about pixie tears that I could use, Cody? Do I need to roll on my herb lore and damn myself forever with my bad rolling?
Yeah,
Or possibly
probably.
bless us with knowing where these things might be?
I mean, you know what I've already kind
we
of
lost
told
your
you,
voice.
but in terms of
Oh.
like harvesting them and stuff, probably not a lot.
Cody.
No, I can hear him. He says I roll on my herb lore, and it's a 2, and then we'll know where to find them.
Oh my god, that's
And
awesome.
we'll be good. So,
How many do you think at a time, Cody? Like 100? Don't say anything if you agree. That's
Can you no
awesome.
longer hear
Boys, we'll
me?
be out of here in no time.
Can you guys hear Cody? Because I can't.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I can hear Cody.
yes.
Yeah.
If you need, I'll explain what he's saying.
Only the new initiates can't truly hear the voice of Jody.
My goodness. All right, all right.
Oh my god. The game is suspended. Oh, no.
I seem to remember that this is exactly how we started our pirate adventure game too, with a couple of rough starts to our sound in Discord.
So yeah, you can make a check on your herb lore. We'll call it hard to determine anything of use about this, which is a 6.
Damn. I've got 3d4, which is not good. So I'm either going to do 2d or 1d8.
It's not 3d4.
Go for. I'm going to go 1d8. I got nothing.
No, they grow out in remote areas where people don't generally go. That's what you know.
I don't know why they don't go there. Damn it. Just far away. Okay.
Vague things to, the corruption, modules, evil spirits, that kind of thing. There's not really any clear answers. Just where
Just
the
like
people
house
are and
plants.
it's relatively safe, It's they don't grow there.
Okay. Well, that's something. It's not nothing.
Fair enough.
We need to get up high and see if we can see where the corruption is. And we go over there, and I think we might be able to find pixie tears, unless anybody else knows anything.
I've got academic lore. Why don't I give that a go? What do I have? A D6, I think? Of how many?
We'll say this is, again, hard, a 6. But you won't know anything specifically about pixie tears because it's a local issue, but you might be able to, derive some sort of thought about it.
All right, I find that still. Academic lore, so it's a D6 I have, and then it's wisdom, so it's 4, right?
That makes sense, yeah.
I'm sorry, and I can move those up to like a D8. How does that work?
Yeah, so
Sorry,
3d8 or 2d10 or 1d12. Just
You have
goes
herb
down.
lore?
No, I just have academic lore.
Oh, okay, fair.
Okay, and do I know what the difficulty of this is, or no?
Yes,
Oh, it's a 6. Okay, so I can do 2d10, I guess. 2d10. That might not be the best for odds, but I'm not good at figuring this out.
a 7. A 7 would be a normal success. So you haven't heard of these things in particular, but hearing from Horace about the corruption, you are generally aware that the closer you get to, the corruption and the further from society, the more weird stuff you can find that's been affected by it. Perhaps this is one of those things. I mean, that would stand to reason since it glows and is magical. So
that makes sense to me. I mean, more weird magic crap the closer you get to corruption, right? These flowers sound like some kind of weird magic crap. If you'll forgive my technical mumbo jumbo.
No, not at all. I think you're right. This is indeed some magic crap.
I think he's right too.
And I just want to be clear that I knew that lean-to was going to collapse on you guys. You know that, right?
Of course. I was surprised you were asking us to move it at all, but
Okay, good.
still shocked me when it fell apart.
Just realized I might have said too much about the bricks the other day. Anyway, I want a good reputation.
Everybody keep an eye out for any particularly tall, thick trees or maybe a small mountain we could climb. Unless any of you know where the corruption is from here.
I've not a damn clue.
We don't really know where we are even.
We all got the sack on the head. None of us saw anything. All right, that's fair.
We should just point a direction and try that way first.
Is the corruption more generally tend to be like more common in one cardinal direction, like north,
No, it's, and again, this is more legend
inland,
and
right?
history than anything else, but it tends to be inland, and it comes from the modules, which are, pieces of alien space debris that spread the corruption.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's the deal. Here's what we do know about the corruption. Corruption tends to be inland. We're going to a stream. Streams tend to flow from inland to the sea. So I'd say we set up camp at the stream, pull the stream upriver, uphill until we, get to something larger, the hills or wherever it comes from. We just keep going until we hope, that we're certainly, if we're following a stream uphill, we'll be heading inland from our current position, even if we're not heading inland in the grand scheme of things, which is still gives us better odds than heading out in some random direction.
We can just follow the stream back if we need to.
And if we find a log, we could float it back down to camp on the stream, potentially, depending on how big it is and how big the stream is. Well, I mean, I know how big it is here, but, it may be sort of petering out here. It's possible. It may not make it all the way to the sea. It may get larger as we go up.
It certainly would make travel a lot easier.
Or a big joint to a larger river, maybe a tributary of a larger river.
Also, carrying things would be easier because we could just kind of ship them downstream on a crafted raft or something.
That'll certainly come in handy if we find one of those trees upstream.
We might even be able to, depending on how the flow is, we might even be able to, work up some kind of a mill or something. Maybe if not on this stream, perhaps on a larger river if we follow it up, if we follow it up, or maybe not a lumber mill, but maybe something grist mill. Keep ourselves fed.
All good ideas. Cody, now that Cam mentions it, I will keep my eyes peeled to try and see. Or sorry, it was Jeff that mentioned it. To see if there's any climbable trees or anything. It's actually one of my specialties in athletics is climbing.
Yeah, no, there's for sure climbable trees. You can climb a tree if you like.
Sure. I'll look for a particularly lonely-looking tree or something that has more elevation than most. I won't just climb the nearest tree, but I'll keep my eyes open for something that looks like a halfway decent observation post for the immediate area.
All right. Yeah, so on your walk before you arrive at the stream, you find such a tree.
Let's go.
You can simply climb it unless you're trying to do something fancy.
Nope, I'll just climb it.
All right, from the top of the tree, you are able to see a little bit further.
Am I automatically climbing it because of my specialty?
Partially because of your specialty. I mean, there's nothing special or unreasonable, so, if you're a specialist in climbing, then I see no reason you shouldn't be able to climb a tree. Yeah.
Fair.
I probably would have made you roll something if you didn't have the specialty, but yes, so you can see a bit further from up there, and you see the rolling forest kind of goes on seemingly forever to the, where's my little map? To the west and south. To the north, you see the mountains. The forest goes into hills and then into mountains, and you can see the river, of course, to your east, not terribly far. And in the distance, I don't think you can even see it in the distance anymore, the town. I think you're too far. You can see about 40 kilometers, I think, something like that.
Do I notice any changes in the foliage in the opposite direction of town? Is there anything that looks like it might be more like corrupted treetops?
You do see a differentiation in the trees. I mean, they're thicker in some places and thinner in others. You see an area that looks kind of thicker and darker to the south of here.
Okay, I'll climb back down and I will report my findings. Well, it looks like dead to what I think is our south. It gets a little bit dark and thick.
Well, that sounds like it.
But we haven't made it to the stream yet, though, right?
No, but you may as well arrive at the stream. You've been walking and talking for a while.
So how does that how does that line up with the direction of the stream flow?
The stream runs north. Let's see. Stream runs from the northeast to the southwest.
So the water is flowing to the southwest?
Yeah.
Well, at least it'll make, we can follow the river and it's heading to the south, southwest. We can maybe make a raft, might make getting down there faster. It's not going to help us getting the trees back, but who knows when this stream will hook up. How big is the stream?
Yeah, it's not terribly big. It's like maybe 3 meters across. And in the spring, it's relatively full and running, but it's hard to say what it'll be in other seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, Reed, do you want to start building while we go find some food again, or?
Yeah, I guess. You guys see like a hardware store around here or anything?
Yeah, we passed a Rona and a Home Hardware, so...
Yeah, all right.
I'm afraid what you see is what you get, my large friend, but feel free to range a little ways. Like I
All
said,
right, well,
if you need another set of eyes.
Before you go, I'm gonna need this. You guys help me get a good fire started, and I'm gonna need a solid supply of firewood to keep it going while you guys are away, so that I can, sharpen pieces of wood and attempt to use them as tools.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure to stay with him.
I probably could.
It's up to you guys. I'm wondering.
I'd stay for the first night. Reed, do you want company? I'm going to be looking for some helpful rocks.
What? No, I do not want company, but you live here, so I guess you can stay if you want.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to keep that campfire going, right?
Yeah, I guess. My hope is that I can get it big enough, fire built up, that I can let it die down overnight, and the coals will stay lit, so it'll just be a matter of throwing more wood out in the morning. But we do need to put together a fairly good supply of deadfall of firewood, which is going to take a while, given that we don't have, an axe. We have to collect
Sure.
deadfalls and break them up by hand and such. So,
Boris,
if you guys can stick around until we have a pile of firewood, I don't know, roughly the size of 3 horse-drawn wagons, then you can feel free to fuck off. Look for flowers or whatever you're going to do. When you get back, there'll be a house of some kind here, I promise.
Well, I was thinking we need food, so.
I'll tell you what, you guys start collecting the firewood, I'll go get some food. Reed leaves.
All right. It's very unmanageable. Oris, Katrin, I will stay here and collect firewood for our friend, and hopefully he will not grind my bones and eat me or whatever it is that giants do to the little folk. If you gentlemen could find some food and hopefully, 100 or so of those flowers, that would be very helpful.
I think we'll be able to find find some food before too long, so everything should work out. I think we should maybe split up.
Reed shouts from the woods. Just collect some firewood and go. Everyone just get one wagon-sized pile so they get the fuck out of here. How hard is that?
So yeah,
You better get going before he starts throwing boulders.
Reed's gonna start, instead of looking for he's gonna give up on the handcuff-sized rock, and instead he's gonna start looking for like a good watermelon-sized rock, which he can instead hopefully chain to the end of his big quarterstaff stick and swing around with some kind of enormously huge hammer.
All right, so I figured the this journey here plus eating and all of that stuff probably took you your first watch, so to speak. So it's probably about around noonish, and Reed is off to scavenge a giant rock. Probably some other things. Other things you're looking for while you're out there?
The other thing is that he's just going to be looking for places to set up traps and set them up.
What other work are you guys getting about?
Wood. Well,
Thinking Catherine and I should go off and grab a bit of game while Rizzy starts the firewood pile, and then we can, while he's cooking that, we can add to it.
guess I could take a break from this firewood. And yeah, you said we should split up here.
I think we should split up. I think we're both able to take down most things that we come across.
And we still have spears, right? Somewhere around here?
Yes.
Okay. So I grab one and I head off in a direction opposite to...
You can probably have a few spears, if you want.
I grab 2.
All right, taking 2 spears, you head off. You're hunting, is that the plan? You're hunting and gathering?
Yeah.
Do you want to primarily focus on hunting or gathering?
Gathering, I think.
All right, so we'll get the appropriate survival roll then for gathering. And I think we said... Go ahead.
Is that cunning?
I would think so. Yeah, it would be cunning or wisdom anyways. Let's see. It surely must be survival. So what's survival? Survival's cunning. Yeah.
So 2d6.
Yeah, so gathering in a place where you have no idea what you're gathering. And unless you have do you have any expertise or anything?
Insert like survival.
Yeah. You've just got survival d6.
Yeah, I think that's it.
You should have 1 expertise in that. What kind of area do you have?
I didn't choose survival.
Cody, are you saying I should have chosen survival in a survival campaign?
Survival game, yeah. With one of the headlining themes.
No way you could have known.
I took surgery.
I think we've got a couple surgeons in the group.
Go.
No rangers, mind you, but...
No, I didn't choose survival.
Okay, so it'll be D4 then of cunning D4s.
I did choose language, though.
Yes. You had
That's
to take a
fine,
language. So cunning D4s, and the challenge is hard 6.
So 2d4s?
If you got a 2 cunning, yeah. Occurs
Does
to
that go
me,
to the
though, that with a scale of 6, you may have wanted to use 1d6 instead of 2d4s. So I'll leave that up to you. Do you want to keep that roll, or would you like to go with 1d6 and see if you can maybe get the 6? As it stands, that's a normal failure.
I guess I will use 1d6.
That continues to be normal failure. All right.
Destin.
Just give me a random d6 here, just unmodified, and see.
These are all unmodified.
True. This is just a dice roll.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. You've gathered up some things that you think are edible.
Think are edible.
And give me a d6, see if you find any sort of game. Since it was secondary, it'll only be like a 5 or 6, you'll find something. No. Meanwhile, with Oris.
Well, I'm going to focus on the hunting aspect.
All right.
Find some sort of animal to defeat in unfair one-on-one combat.
All right. Animals, at least you can be fairly sure are edible. So we'll call that tricky 4.
Okay, and What are we using? Cunning?
Yeah, so untrained survival, I guess, if you don't have it. So cunning def.
Right. Okay. And you said it was target 4.
Yes.
Okay. All right. 2d6. Ah, I don't
Yeah.
find it.
D4 is normal failure. You simply don't find any game. Give me a D6 to see if you stumble across some forageables. Nope. It is an unsuccessful 4-hour trek around this new streamed area for both of
Dang.
you.
Well, I tried to collect a little bit of firewood on my way back then.
All right.
I will say I did that too.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys can grab some random sticks on your way back, being like, I better get back. I give up on trying to find anything. Meanwhile, back at camp, Razius is gathering firewood.
How much multitasking am I allowed to do within my quarter there?
You can do 2 or 3 things. The more things you're doing, the less any one will be useful.
Okay. I want to gather firewood as my primary, and as secondary, I'm looking for some very specific rocks. I want either as thin and flat a rock as I can find, or any kind of rock that looks like it could hold liquid.
Okay. Alright, so we'll call the firewood easy. So I guess survival again. Nobody has the survival skill, do you?
Who would do that?
When we figure out advancement, I guess that might be something worth investing in as you get used to the area.
But yeah, we'd figure out what we were doing. Makes sense.
It does.
What is it that I need to roll here, Cody? What's my target?
Cunning D4s against easy 2.
2?
Yeah, you will gather firewood, probably. It just depends, like, how much. Oh,
I'll
good.
upgrade my 3d4s into 2d6.
Ooh, a 6. It's exceptional success. Alright. Very well. You do manage to gather firewood. You find a fair bit of deadfall in the local area. You just luckily find an area that has quite a bit of it and are able to kind of gather it up and haul it back into a pile at camp. Obviously, you can't carry 3 tons of firewood with no backpack even, so it's a lot of back and forth.
Just be building local piles, and once the piles get big enough, transporting those to camp in one big arm bundle.
But it's been fairly successful. Now give me just a d6 for your rock luck, see what kind of rocks you find. No useful rocks, at least none matching those descriptions.
Okay, sounds good.
And back with Reed. What's Reed up to?
Yeah, Reed is setting traps and looking for a big watermelon-sized rock.
A big watermelon-sized rock. Right, okay.
I'm looking for
So,
one that's flat on one face. I'd like to be able to actually use it for legitimate hammering in addition to smashing people.
okay. What's the priority there? Good rock or traps?
Probably the traps. Yeah, gotta keep my weight up, you know. Rock is a secondary. Yes.
You guys seen the reality show Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where everybody just slowly starves until they have... Alright, we'll call the trapping tricky. So, I'm a survival roll against 4.
Wasn't there anything in crafting? Didn't they use crafting for this before? Because I have wood isn't specialty. I think is what we did last time, although I don't recall exactly how that worked.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. You can craft wooden traps at a tricky as well, I suppose.
All right, 6. So what's tricky? What is that?
4.
And so if I've got, sorry, this pool thing continues to baffle me a little bit. So if I've got, the hell is it? So sorry, is it you reduce the dice by 1 to go up to the next dice? Okay, so 2d8. All right. Oh,
Get that K1 in there. 4. A marginal success. Alright, you've set up some traps. You've built and set up some traps there. They're not your best work. Sucks not having any tools. Would be nice to have a tool. Or know what you're really doing building traps rather than bridges. You know.
yeah.
It might get
Tools,
something.
materials.
It's something. It's out there. And give me your luck dice for the rock. So, I feel like just one large rock with a flat face is a little easier to find than like a bowl rock or a very thin wedge-shaped rock. Yeah, we'll say you find a large, heavy rock. It's not great. It's not as flat as you would like, but you could certainly crush a skull with it. Maybe pound something in with a bit of cursing. I'm imagining it to be kind of like, yeah, small watermelon sized.
Cool. All right, well, if I have any time left, I'll sort of head back to camp and on the way look for materials that might be used to craft some kind of rope.
All right.
Having seen some people make rope earlier, I probably have some idea of what I'd be looking for.
Yeah, you can grab like little, I think we were just using like small wiry branches and bark to make ropes.
Lines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe roots. Maybe I should be
Roots.
keeping an eye out for Yeah, some fun good-looking roots.
You can generally gather a little bit of rope making supplies on the way back, I think, without too much difficulty. Much like the others are gathering a little bit of firewood on the way back.
Actually, I wonder maybe I could maybe I could pelt the sinews from that marmot pelt as some kind of.
Maybe.
We definitely have it.
In the fox pelt too.
If nothing else, I'll kill in the end, and I'll get some. Maybe I can get some poison damage when I hit people with it. Is there a rotting pelt attached to that guy's head? Yes, there is. And it does not appear to have been tanned or cured. A shower of maggots blinds your enemies.
All right, you all reconvene at the camp at, I guess, around 4-ish. It seems to me the haul here is a relatively large amount of firewood from Razzie, and a small handfuls of firewood from the other two. Some, again, like leaves and roots that may be edible from Katrin, and a watermelon-sized rock from Reed. These are the spoils of your afternoon as you gather back around the stream. I'm going to assume, though, since you have direct access to a stream now, that people drink and refill their water skins whenever they're there, unless you guys object to that.
As long as no one's peeing upstream too.
Nice. That's a good addition, yeah. No promise on the bears peeing upstream, but...
Yeah, true. Or the fish peeing.
That's true. There may be fish in that stream. Nobody's gotten into that yet.
True.
All right, so yeah, you all gather with your spoils.
I see you didn't fare any better either, Katrin.
Yeah, I found some roots and stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't tell them apart from the firewood from here. Yeah, I see him. Good work. Yeah, I didn't find anything.
Reed laughed loudly at that. Yeah. Hey,
Quite a bit of
Razzius, I'm legitimately impressed, and I hope you will join me in saying that you are the exception that proves that your generation doesn't want to work anymore.
I'll take it.
All right. Reed will start trying to tie his rock onto his stick.
How much time is left in the day now?
You got about another 4 hours before evening, and then like another 4 hours of usable time before you should be sleeping.
Well, we could try our hand at hunting yet again. We do need food. Until we get something more permanent set up.
Okay, if you step in one of my traps, fix it.
All right. What kind of traps are they?
Various. You'll know when you see them.
All right.
Don't worry. They're small.
Okay.
You might lose a toe at the worst.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we head in opposite directions again. Or do we want to go together this time?
I still think opposite directions. Unless you think together, we might have better luck. What do you think? I'm thinking we're still better off splitting up, because we'll more likely catch something unawares that I think we could handle whatever we find alone.
That's true. Yeah, why not?
All right. How about the wilderness?
All right, you guys head off back into the wilderness again. Reed and Razzius.
I'm gonna go looking for rocks. I'm going to now go out with the primary goal of finding rocks and the secondary goal of finding more firewood.
The great rock hunt resumes, and Reed's going to make his hammer. I mean, you can do that. That's not going to be hard. I feel like a master craftsman ought to be able to tie a rock to a stick.
Excellent.
Even without many tools or equipment.
Reed will probably start collecting firewood as well then. Like, it looks like what's the weather like right now? Is it going to rain tonight?
That probably requires some sort of check. Not a terribly difficult one, but...
Academic lore?
No, I don't think so. Survival, unless you can sell me on something else.
No, okay, so what do I get? Survival is cunning, is it, or is it wisdom?
It's cunning.
Academic lore would let you see if those are cumulus clouds that are forming.
One D4, right? Yeah.
Check the Doppler, you know. Ooh, all right. It might rain. You're not sure. You don't get the sense it's definitely going to rain. You don't get the sense it definitely won't. It's a maybe zone. It could get rainy by the end of the day.
All right, well, yeah, collect firewood, but making sure to set aside enough time to build a lean-to that will accommodate at least one person.
All right, very well. Let's start with Razzius' rock hunt. I guess, survival to find your rock. We're going to call that. I was going to say it should be fairly easy to find a long, thin rock, depending how long and thin we're talking here.
It's not really, it's more wide. Like, his idea is he wants to be able to heat it and use it as a flat top to cook on.
All right.
So just the more surface area without crazy thickness, the better.
That should be easy. Finding a bowl rock, I feel like, is going to be a lot harder. So we can call that hard. So 2 to find the plate and 6 to find a bowl.
Did that go through?
I don't think so.
Do you want 2 separate rolls or just one altogether?
Just 1, yeah.
Gosh.
Rock hunt 6. All right, you are successful in finding both of your specialty cooking rocks
Let's go.
and a handful of firewood on the way back. And Reed, of course, manages to make the hammer and gather a small amount of firewood and rebuild a crappy lean-to.
That's
And how about our hunters? Anybody eating tonight? We'll start with Katrin.
Was it? Yeah, 2D.
A marginal failure. You find something to hunt. It's just not anything good. You find a medium-sized snake. You may be able to kill it, and if you do, it might be edible. Do you want to try and get it? It might also be venomous.
Would I be able to, like, forage again instead?
Sure, yeah, you can secondarily forage if you want. Just try your luck. D6. You're gonna let the snake go.
Something.
Oh, all right, there we go. You found some berries and stuff on the way back that you remember eating last time that should be edible. They were last time. So.
I did something.
Hey, Cody, I just realized I should have actually had, I only rolled 2d8, but I should have rolled 3d8 because I have specialty in wood stuff for my traps.
Okay, give me one more D8 just in case it helps. Nope.
No.
All right, or it's our last chance for meat. Is meat back on the menu, boys? Let's see.
I guess I'm just gonna go with my 3d4 then.
75% chance. I think that's how that works. Success! You find an ordinary success. Well, marginal success, but you find a reasonable animal. We'll say this time. I'll give you the option again. Do you want a crappier, safe animal or a more dangerous, better animal?
I'm gonna go with more dangerous, better animal just to spice things up.
All right.
I was gonna say so not an owl then because they're too reasonable.
Too reasonable.
Yeah, pretty reasonable.
Just talk you out of it. You don't want to eat me? Woo! I'm scrawny.
It's true. That's mostly feather, isn't it? Okay.
It is true. All right. Yes, you find yourself up against a small wild boar.
Right.
A large wild boar has killed many a medieval king, but let's hope for the best here.
All right, I'm gonna sneak up on it.
All right.
Probably mostly large wild boars.
Give me a sneak.
What's my target?
It's contested.
Oh, okay. So I can either, yeah, I'm gonna do 4d10s.
Ooh, you're a sneaky bun.
Oh yes, that's what I'm best at. Sneaking and stabbing.
That was Katrin's gig.
Yeah, it turns out there's 2 of us.
All right. Oh, you sneak up on it. You get a normal success. You manage to sneak up into the ability to make a melee attack. A surprise one.
Okay, so melee, that's another 4d10.
What are you using? Are you using the spear or the knife?
Definitely the knife. I am just worlds better with the knife.
So we'll add a slight element of challenge here and say, do you want to make a targeted attack? In which case you'll take -1 dice, but if you hit, you'll hit it where you want. Or do you just want to make your usual flailing attack and hit it wherever it gets it?
You know, I think realistically, I would try and go for like the throat to like try and kill it. So do I roll 1 less dice?
Yes, you roll 1 less dice, but you get +1 penetration, if that mattered, which it doesn't. And you get to declare the area where you hit. Also, another thing you can do is you can sacrifice a dice for wound severity by making a deadly attack if you want.
Damn.
So you could take another dice off and make your wound, instead of nasty, it would be grievous.
You know what?
But it's your call.
I think if I get it good enough on the first try, I can finish it off. I'm going to go for a crippling blow rather than trying to make it lethal, so I can still roll the 3d10s. 2d10s, they're sounding pretty risky in terms of this thing actually being able to, like, gore me or something.
Fair. So we're taking a headshot, but we're going for the headshot, but not deadly? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm going for the throat, but not specifically deadly. Just trying to get the throat.
All right.
Fingers crossed it's deadly, but I mean, just...
As you dive out, it attempts to dodge, and it does not succeed. And you stab it right in the throat, inflicting a nasty wound, which stuns the creature, giving it -1. And, it's injured. It's not happy. We'll deal with the precise... Actually, we may as well just go ahead and deal with the precise damage that's caused. It's not the way we're supposed to do it, but it'll be interesting. So I got the tables this time. Okay, this is piercing, right? I would imagine. Be weird if it wasn't. Trauma tables. Head. nasty.
Or it's pierce and slash.
Ooh, okay. 157. Come on, you.
Do I have to choose pierce or slash?
I don't know. I don't know if it even matters, to be honest. I'm trying to find the correct table here. 7. I'm going to open this in a program that I can jump to the page next time. Alright, 157. We got nasty head wounds. Crush. 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 What else we got? I want something other than crush. Oh, yes, you get to choose slash or pierce, I guess.
Well, I think realistically I'd go for a pierce,
Alright.
I guess. Let's try and get the blade in there.
Sure. Give me a 1d6.
Alrighty. 5.
A 5. Alright. You miss the neck, but you do hit it in the head. You pierce the skull in a worrying wound. Suffers a cranial fracture and begins bleeding.
Ooh.
That was essentially an ambush round, so let's try some initiative, I guess.
Oh my god.
Which is reflex, which is demon.
Okay.
Alright, it's got the drop on you this time. It's a little bit difficult to wrestle that knife back out of the skull. So it turns around and attempts to gore you, because that's what boars do.
You got that boar gore.
And it's not going to use any tactics or anything, because, you know, it's a boar. Ooh, that's not good. So you can attempt to parry that with your dagger, which would probably be kind of silly, but you could. If you're really good at daggering, you could attempt to dodge it, or you could attempt to block it with your arm.
Well, I'm really good at dodging.
Then I would dodge.
4d10. I guess 4d10s. Do I need to just tie it, or should I be beating that?
You need to... That's a good question. I think I don't know if it's a tie, then we have a roll off. We look at the next highest dice, which in my case is 2. So.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll do 4d10s. Come on, not crappy. Woo!
Alright. You successfully dodge aside. The initiative has come your way. You have a
Alright.
remaining action, so you used 1 to dodge, but you can still use 1 to attack. Or actually, you could do a counterattack, but it's going to be effectively the same issues.
Oh, okay. I'm going to bring it down to 3d12s to make it possibly even more brutal. But just generally attacking now.
3d12s, no particular target.
Yeah.
Did you increase the severity, or... No, this
No.
is just scaled. Yeah. Alright. It will attempt to dodge. It's not going to, though, I can't think. Mathematically, it's impossible. Yeah, alright. You hit it. Give me a d8 to see where. Oh, it's actually short a d. I forgot, because now it's stunned. You gotta remember that.
Right. I hit it in the 4.
Right in the 4, did you?
Probably slashing now.
I'm working on a quick reference sheet for the combat, by the way, and it is coming along, so hopefully by the next time you'll have it, and you'll have a better idea of what the hell I'm talking about. So I know you're welcome to read the manual, but I feel like it's like a whole jumble of this is basically how it works, and then 40, like, exceptions that are all kind of jumbled up. So if you actually analyze them, it makes sense, but it's otherwise kind of bizarre. That was to stall you while I looked up the chart. Where's the chart? Oh, there it is. Where'd it go? A 4. A 4 is an arm. It's a front leg.
Haha.
So a nasty wound to the front leg, and we're doing slashing this time, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Give me your d6 again. 4.
Good luck goring me with 3 freaking legs.
You slash through the muscle tissue, likely all the way to the bone, with blood rushing forth. Deep cut severs muscles, nerves, and arteries in the upper arm. Heavy bleeding. Alright. It is going to run away! Because, you know, it's the only sane thing to do. It's going to bleed out anyway, but it's going to run away. Are you going to try and attack it to stop it from running away? Or are you just going to let it run away?
Oh no, I'm going to try to attack it.
Alright, so this, for what it's worth, by the way, in game terms, this is the primary action of the boar, is not even going to bother doing anything other than just using the movement to run away, and you are doing an interrupt, because it's leaving your area.
Attack roll of 9.
Attack roll of 9, well, it can't possibly dodge on the way out, so you hit it again. Where you hit it? A D. Which is odd, because everything else D6.
Wait, do I hit it? I guess I hit it in the same leg.
Hit it in the leg again. Yeah, same one.
Punishing that leg.
And the d6 for the wound. I was actually looking at the wrong table last time, so this time a quick slash severs a well, it doesn't have fingers, so let's go to the next one. A long cut is made that starts bleeding quite a lot. The length of the cut causes moderate blood loss, but it is heavily bleeding as it runs into the woods. You can chase it if you want.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it's going too fast with one leg like that.
No, I feel like it's probably going a similar speed to you.
All right. I don't know what the roll would be to catch up to it, but I'm pretty agile.
It's a function of your movement speed, which is reflex or whatever, isn't it? Or no, dex. What's your dex?
2d8.
2. Okay, so you move like that many meters around or something. But you can speed up enough to catch it anyways. You get to jog for free, but I think running takes an action, but you can run to catch up with it easily enough. Stab it again.
Stab it again.
You're just going to keep cutting it up, though, unless you do a harsher wound, so you know. So if you want to actually kill it, you probably need to either wait for it to bleed out or attack it with, like, a deadly attack.
Okay, so can I do a deadly attack anywhere, or do I need to pick a spot and do deadly attack, taking a total of 2 dice off?
No, you can do a deadly attack anywhere.
Okay.
Also, any head strike does give you a chance of knocking it out. It's just not a very good one at nasty.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll do a deadly strike just wherever. Maybe even that front left leg again or whatever, but...
All right, what are...
Doesn't matter where the deadly comes from.
Well, you want it in, like, the head or the body to kill it with a deadly strike.
Okay.
It's a grievous wound. You're just
Okay,
going
so
up
now-
one.
That narrows it down to sort of those 2 areas, but not specifically.
Okay.
That's an 8.
All right, an 8.
An 8 to the something deadly.
So it is stunned and injured. Actually, it's injured too. So that means we got to go down to d6. So well, then it'll miss. So you hit it. It is unable to dodge.
Is a d8 for the deadly wound, or is it different for a deadly strike?
Oh, sorry. So the deadly just increases your wound severity by 1. So since you hit, instead of doing a nasty, you'll do a grievous wound. And now we got to figure out where it hits, I guess.
Okay.
So you're 1d8.
With a 7 this time.
7, right in the 7. 7 is the abdomen. Excellent, or the chest, rather. All right.
But we upgrade it to number 8? Or...
Nope.
Oh, no, severity, right.
Yeah, it's severity. The severity went from nasty to grievous. A grievous wound to the chest incapacitates a foe, so it is incapacitated. But for our amusement, I guess we'll roll and see what the exact wound is.
Sure. Just so everyone gets a full picture here.
Pierce or slash?
Well, it's going to be slash at this point. Yeah.
All right. A number 2 grievous slash to the chest.
Wait, but you said it should probably have to be piercing to actually kill it.
That'd probably make more logical sense, but I think either way it'll be incapacitated.
Okay. I'd rather slash it to death if I could.
All right.
If I feel like this thing is sharp enough to cut through the boar skin and kill it.
Yeah. I mean, and maybe boar should have armor, but I'm not dealing with that yet. So it's a small, weak boar. The chest is slashed open and the ribs are broken in a bloody gash. Large gash opens to reveal 2 fractured ribs. Okay, so you cut it heavily down the chest and it falls over and it's just kind of heavily breathing and bleeding out. So you can coup de grace and kill it if you like.
Yeah, I'll just cut its neck. I mean, I've probably cleaned animals before. Like,
Probably.
I don't know, like above table, like, is it normally worth it to like drain an animal or something, or should I just drag it back and leave a trail of blood for bears to follow to our camp, and that's fine, and we'll just like maybe kill the bears for food because we're adventurers?
Above table, definitely need to get the animal where you kill it.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the faster the better too, because you don't want the meat to start to start to spoil, right?
Yeah.
Like faster than you think because of the it's filled with poop and it's got holes in it now.
All right.
Poop? I will rely on your above table knowledge as well. That seems likely.
Yes, believe it or not, most animals are filled at least in part with poop.
You'd be surprised
Crazy.
how much of your entire torso of everything is just intestines filled with poop.
Well, I'm a lawyer, so I'm full of shit at the best.
You wish, Cody, whenever I saw your trial, I never saw your trial the other week.
Well, it went well. I don't have a decision. I gotta wait for the decision. We booked August 28th, so hopefully we'll actually get it then. But I think it went well. All right. Yeah, so you can gut and basically clean this thing for free, I think. Just being someone who has any experience at all hunting. And being a nobleman, I can't imagine that you would have never hunted. It would be weird.
Yeah.
Unless you lived in like a metropolis or something, but you did not. So yeah,
Even though you
you
probably
basically got it, and you're gonna haul this back home?
Yeah. I'll haul that back. So it's one small boar, not even like a medium one.
Say small boar, but that's still pretty good. That'll be a good food feast for everybody. Only a day's eat, maybe a day and a half. I don't know. We'll say a day and a half. How about that?
All right.
All right. You return to camp, successful, hauling with you the small boar. Have I gone through everyone else? I think I did go through everyone else, right? Or did I miss someone?
Nope.
All right, you get back. Again, the group reconvenes once more with your spoils. A hammer, kind of half-assed lean-to thing. A rock suitable for cooking. A rock suitable for holding a small amount of liquid. Some berries that are edible. A handful of roots and leaves, which are questionably edible from earlier. And a small boar.
And some more firewood.
And more firewood, yes. The firewood pile is growing. Or it's on the downside, is covered in boar blood now, but it's probably worth it.
Gentlemen, I present to you 2 rocks.
Does anyone want to cook these berries over the fire?
I bet Razzie wants to cook up this boar with those berries. Razzie?
I would love to. Certainly. Come over here. I think I've solved the problem of our cooking here. So you brought most of the boar back?
Well, yeah, I brought like as much back as I could carry.
I assume you just
I
gutted it.
may have
and-
misjudged you. Yeah, which is to say that I hadn't really noticed you were here yet until now.
An entire wild boar when food is scarce will change the way a man looks.
Oh, I'm certainly impressed. I'd known many a man gutted by a wild boar.
Oh, it's
I bet. All
I
right.
mean, like firewood, and you can catch a boar. I mean, if Catherine can suddenly start producing, you'll be shattering all my preconceptions about young people today.
Catherine brought us back some perfectly serviceable berries, which I will be able to make a delightful compote from. First, could I bother you for your knife?
I hand it over.
I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna cut a bunch of fat deposits out of the boar too. I'm gonna place my flat rock over top of 2 smaller rocks, so that it's just hovering over a couple inches over the fire. And I'm gonna let that heat, and then once it's heated, I'm gonna rub the fat all over it, so that it's kind of greased down, and then I'm going to fillet some thin strips of meat for us. Do all that, and I'm going to take my other rock that's kind of bowl-ish, or at least can hold a little bit of liquid without spilling it. I'm going to crush the berries up, and I'm going to cook that and thicken it up, and then I'm going to dip our meat into it.
All right. Give me the old cooking check here. This is still easy.
Right. I do my average.
Another delicious meal.
Delectable. So I think I'm supposed to roll more there. Oh well, doesn't matter. Success is a success.
While he's cooking, I'm going to go and get more firewood.
All right.
And watch out for traps. Little ones.
You guys could gather just a bit more firewood while you're all kind of getting ready here, too. Well, I suppose this is your kind of evening rest. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to accomplish while you're cooking and eating and kind of, I guess, gathering a handful of firewood?
Nope. We'll just talk casually. Erasius is at peace while he's cooking. Everybody who watches him can tell that that's kind of his passion.
Well, we lucked out with him too.
You know, despite our miserable circumstances, this might work out well. I wouldn't have complained if 2 or 3 or all of you were beautiful women, but other than that, not too bad.
I don't think that's how exile works, Razius.
Women can commit crimes as well.
Yes, but if men were put on having 3 women around, we'd have a crime spree on our hands. There'd be pandemonium out there. Everyone would be out in the woods.
There are some women in your exile group, by the way. They're just not in your team. Whether or not they're murderous enough to defend themselves remains to be seen.
You know,
That last card down
this man had 3 women with him. How unfair is that? Pointless.
One of the gods must have a sense of humor, or one of the guards had a sick sense of humor, I don't know.
More like one of the gods got a fat bribe somehow.
I didn't really have time to register, I had that sack on my head all the time. But you're right, there was some women.
Well, maybe we'll run into them out here.
I've been thinking about that ever since we got here. Not the,
Really?
not the women.
Yours. No, I understand completely what you're getting at. It's only been a day. Surely you're not that pent up already.
It's the months of travel.
Stay out of my lean-to tonight.
I wouldn't dream of going near that. I can only imagine.
Under the stars it is then.
All right, gentlemen. Off to sleep then. For another exciting day surviving.
I'll take that knife back.
Right, of course. You have an excellent memory, sir. You know, I find mine is so often just a meandering thing. I would not be surprised if one of these days I forget altogether.
Well, I wouldn't have been able to get that pig without it.
And the shame that would have been.
and you wouldn't have been able to cook without it, so...
I mean, in this scenario, I would have it, but...
Although, maybe you could cook without it. You seem pretty resourceful.
No. I mean, a knife, that's kind of bare minimum for a cook. I'm already using a rock as a flat top.
Well, hopefully we never have to find out.
There's hoping.
I head off to bed wherever I can scrounge up near the fire.
All right. Yeah. Watch is who's taking the first watch.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
actually, I should mention. So we had 1.5 days of food. So I'm assuming you guys ate your 1 day of food to make up for starving all day, pretty much. But you have another half day worth of delicious boar meats. Do you have any plans for that, or just leaving it on the flat top, or where are we at?
Oh, yeah, we should probably hang that from a tree or something, right?
Yeah, we better. Realizing that some of it is going to potentially be left over. Hopefully, I read warily. I ask if I can borrow some of the rope, and I will hang whatever's left over top of the fire and let it smoke to preserve it as much as I possibly can. And then once it's dried up significantly, I will ask the group if anybody has any ideas on where we might store this, where a bear or small animals might not come and steal it. Okay, sounds good. Bye, Loren. Remember your kitten. Take your kitten home. You want anything else? You want another cat? A
We
lizard?
still have rope.
A dog?
Well, I made a tiny bit of rope, and Reed made a tiny bit of rope. I guess I could maybe provide my... It was 2 meters I made.
Yeah.
We also have some chain. We could connect our chains together, probably.
That's true. We have all those chains.
So if we wrap this wrap the food up and then hung it from a branch, it could probably work.
We could wrap it in the fox pelt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever clean that?
No, but we'll wrap it fur side touching the meat.
We were supposed to clean it.
I guess, Cody, if you'll let me, I will be smart enough to maybe have smoked the fox pelt and the marmot pelt as well. Unless, did you use that marmot pelt, Reed?
No, probably not. I don't think.
I'll try, and it should preserve them a bit. It's not going to be tanned by any means, but at
Would have
least
had
get
your-
all the disease out of it.
Your attempt at chemical warfare probably would have blown back at you anyway. Like chemical warfare tends to.
Yeah, I'll go with that, sure. You
Okay,
could have, like,
alright.
washed it off and scraped it a bit and, smoked it, so it's at least not going to, poison you.
Cool, and then, yeah, we'll use that as to hang our meat stash from a tree.
Maria's going to collect up any bones that are produced by the meal and sort of like make a little hole next to the fire pit and then drag some ashes and coal over top of the bones, try to like burn off the meat and stuff. Like, hold on to any bones. I can probably use them to make some tools and such. I think it'll be better than this dead wood that I've been using so far.
Good idea.
All right, yeah, you can for sure keep the boar bones. I see no reason you shouldn't have basically an entire boar's worth of bones. We've got quite a bit of bone now.
Are we gonna make an effigy with it?
Of course.
We've historically used pig shoulder blades to make shovels.
Ah,
Yes.
We are next to a river to look for clay and flint. Yes, playing all these survival games is coming together just fine. We'll be Iron Age in no time, gang. Does redstone exist in this world, or how am I supposed to make a railway?
that remains to be seen.
We need lapis to enchant it.
Hey, did any of you guys play a musical instrument?
A little bit.
What do you play?
Flute.
Leave it with me.
I sense that this will either lead to a great raise in morale or a humongous dip.
All right, who's taking watches? Unless you guys want to do a couple more things, you can.
One takes watch tonight.
That's an option.
Yeah, genius.
Because we all pass out from the berries.
What
Just
berries
need to
can
hang
you
the
bring
meat
us?
far enough away from camp, and then that'll probably distract anything.
There you go.
Catherine brought us roofie berries. Not cool.
No, I'll stay up for the first, was it 2 hours?
Yeah. All right, give me an old D6, see if anything interesting happens.
Reed will take the last watch.
Does it keep signing me out of alchemy? Just a 1d6?
My God, something happens.
6 is good, 1 is bad, right? A hardwood falls into the middle of our camp.
And crushes a bear. You can now eat for 2 weeks.
Oh, hold on, I think I made myself a table. May as well use it.
That's if we were playing the window and you rolled another 6 after this.
I love the swinginess of that.
That's,
I was kicked out of my exile camp for being too nymphomaniacal. I needed some strong men to take care of me.
This is totally not
Because it's obviously a trap.
This trap.
All right. Give me another D6.
Guys, this is one of the traps that I said. I'll take care of it.
My sorority sisters are right behind me.
Send me one more D6 there, Mike. Given the time, we're going to be going into cliffhanger zone here, but let's see. All right.
Slug.
Bus size?
During your watch, there is a lot of shuffling and sound coming out of the bushes as some relatively large animal approaches. Well, it could be a person, I guess. But something is certainly coming, and it's big. It's not like a marmot or a turkey this time. Although turkeys are ridiculously loud, so maybe it is, but probably not.
I turn to Reed and I kind of shuffle his arm. And I say, I'm getting some stuff in the woods here. You might want to wake up.
He awakens with a yelp.
That'll probably wake everybody else up.
You guys go back.
I draw my dagger.
All right.
I grab one of the spears, kind of get warily to my feet. Where's the danger?
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Probably leaps to his feet now that he can hear that crunching.
I'm going to take my spear and kind of aim the point towards the sound, and I'm going to butt the spear end into the dirt against my foot to kind of brace it, so that if anything large charges me, it'll kind of impale itself.
Right. Guys, go ahead and make a sight check, which will be sight D8s. That'll be contested here against the creature that sneaks.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. Sight D8s, huh?
I got an 8.
I got kicked out of alchemy.
I did not send for some reason, maybe. Okay, so let's see here. We got Aura's got an 8, and Razius got a 6. Reed got a 2, that's fitting. And...
Do you only have one in sight? Yeah, me too.
You want me to roll again?
Oh, did catch and roll? I just missed it.
I didn't roll yet.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll your sight.
Do you only have a 1 in sight as well?
Oh god. None of us knows what's going on. I just know what's going on.
Oh, I got a 3.
Oh, okay.
Give me 2 more then. 2 more D8.
Never mind. He can see better than I can.
I was gonna say, we're all blind. Another 8, good.
An 8, alright. Okay, so the 8s have it. It's a normal success. You see a large cat, probably about half the size of a person, with matted fur, great big fangs, and it's low to the ground. It's sneaking up on the campsite. Next time, you will fight the forest cat, or flee it, I don't know, but we'll see. There are 4 of you, hopefully. 4 unarmed men versus 1 bobcat.
We have a knife, a club, and 2 spears. Like, we're hardly unarmed.
And we have chain. All of our chains are up in the tree.
I mean, a knife, a large heavy stick, and 2 pointy sticks. Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. That's new.
Master-crafted spears.
That is, in fact, a stone hammer. I have forged a stone age implement.
That's basically a sledgehammer.
To be honest, I have no idea what the game balance is like in this game, so Lord knows, somebody might get eaten, or maybe you'll defeat it easily. We'll just have to wait.
Let's go. TPK on the first mild threat we face.